Hey guys, what's up? Ashley here, and it's time for another edition of Confessions of a Giggler. So, welcome back. So, for today, I would like to talk about a question that was asked to me in my last Ask Ash, which was, I don't know, maybe about a month ago or so now. Um, so someone asked, what advice would you give to your 28-year-old self, which is roughly 10 years, 11 years ago? Oh boy. so, um, yeah. So, I have answers. I mean, I don't know if I have like great answers, but I've thought about it and here we are. so, So before I get into my own answers of what advice I would give to myself at 28, um, I would like to say that I asked my family to give their opinion because I thought it would be great to like get advice from people of all ages. And no one really said anything because when I say things to my family, they mostly ignore me because I come up with like just wild things. Um, and also, I think the majority of the people on the family group chat have it muted. So that's also why. Anyway, but I did get some answers, and my uncle said, make sure you save, save. His exact words were save. That's it. And my aunt said to make sure that you take care of your health now because it will catch up with you when you're old. And that's really the only answers I got from them. So, I mean, I think that those are pretty. I don't want to say generic answers, but those are kind of the things that you think about initially when you're like, oh, what advice would you give to young people? Oh, save your money and take care of your health. Okay, great. Got it. Um so some I feel like everyone knows that. And if you take that advice or not, that's up to you. But yeah. So then I was also talking to my friends about it, and one of my friends, Nicole, you may remember her if you if you've watched many vlogs in the past. She was with us in Alaska. So if you watched those Alaskan cruise vlogs, you might see her. So she told me a whole bunch of things. She gave me a whole list. And I'm just gonna read you her list because she took a lot of time. I think she took it more seriously than I did, but I'm gonna read you her list. And because I think that these are good things. I mean, some of them I don't really know about, but I believe her. Um, so these are the things that Nicole says. She said, move your body. I mean, that's good. That's like take care of your health. Same around that thing. She also says protein is important, and I'll listen to her on that because she's a nurse. So, I don't know. I guess protein's probably important. Yeah, yes. But I don't know like the long term effects of it. So, but I trust her. I trust her opinion here. Um, and then she says these are the more like mental things. And she says you're going to be okay. It gets better. Keep going. That's a good one. Because sometimes you need to hear that. And then another one that's really good is you're worthy of all that you want. Yes, I wish that I knew that when I was 28. I mean, I wish I knew that now, honestly. But yeah, that's a good thing to keep in mind. Another one is you're good enough now, not when you lose weight. This is another one that I think is very important because, um, it feels like there's so much I don't know. I don't like how my hair looks. I'm sorry. Anyway. So yeah, so there's so much like societal pressure about um you know, you're only good enough if you're skinny or thin or whatever word you want to use. Or if you're like the ideal body type. But there should be more more like body positivity or even body neutrality, right? Because people should know that they're good enough as a person. Like, it doesn't matter what your weight is, you as a person are still good. So that is very difficult. And that's really good to keep in mind at all ages, because I definitely, for myself, that's one of the things that I would say also for advice that I thought about. Because because uh what was I gonna say? I'm the worst. I'm so sorry. Yes, okay. So if you don't think that you're good enough until you lose weight, it doesn't matter how much weight you lose, you're never going to feel good enough. So you have to feel good enough as you are. And just have the confidence to be you and not worry about what you weigh, or like as long as your numbers are good, it doesn't really matter. So yeah. And next is another good piece of advice that I still need today. Is don't chase those that make it clear that they don't want to be in your life. This is a hard one for me because I want everyone to like me, and I want to know, like, if you don't like me, I want to know why. And I definitely try too hard sometimes. But I think that if you just learn to let go, you'll be much happier. But yeah, that's a really great piece of advice that if I knew that 11 years ago, maybe some, and like, I think that this applies to all things, like not necessarily just a relationship, or like it could be a friendship, or, you know, in some cases, I guess your family, but any sort of really any relationship. It doesn't have to be a romantic kind, because I mean, obviously that's where my head goes first, but it also applies to friendships and all the other things. Another advice that she gives is do the things that make you happy. Yes, I am a huge advocate for this. Do whatever makes you happy. Don't worry about what everyone else is doing. If something that makes you happy isn't really like cool, or, you know, in, or whatever, who cares? Like, if you're not hurting anyone, just do it. Like, I mean, I definitely held back from a lot of things that make me happy just because I was afraid of, you know, just, I guess, afraid of like being made fun of for it. But honestly, why does it matter? Why do people care so much if something someone else is doing is like not cool? Who cares? Are they bothering you? No. Are they like hurting you somehow? No. So just leave them alone and let them do what makes them happy, you know? So yeah. Do what makes you happy. Don't worry about everyone else. And then this is the last thing on her list. And when I was writing down her list from my phone to my tablet so I could read it to you, I wrote this one in all capitals. Because I've been telling myself this for a very long time. Maybe it might have started when I was 28. It might have started a little bit after that. I don't know. But it's definitely a phrase that I use a lot to try to help myself feel better about things. And it is, just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it won't ever happen. So that is so important to keep in mind, because sometimes it's a struggle, because like my logic brain says, well, if this never happened, it means it's never going to happen. But I have to, like, very important to just get out of that mindset, leave it behind, don't worry about it, and just continue going on and pressing forward. And if it hasn't happened yet, it doesn't mean that it won't. Like, life is not over yet. You still have time, and you just have to keep trying and keep doing you and keep being awesome, guys. So I think that she had a lot of really good advice for her 28-year-old self, and I agree with all of it pretty much. A few other things that I would like to add is, I mean, I guess a lot of it goes into, like, with, make yourself, keep doing what, do things that make you happy. Like, because my own personal advice would be, don't be afraid to be yourself. So that kind of goes hand in hand with making, doing things that make you happy. But also, like, a lot, I would also recommend to myself, like, don't be afraid to wear the things that you've always wanted to wear, but you were afraid people would make fun of you for. Like, for instance, there's such a long time in my life that I refused to wear dresses or refused to wear jeans because, like, I just thought in my head, I don't know why I thought this, probably just in general in society, whatever outside forces have made me think this way, but there was such a long time that I didn't want to wear a dress because I thought that no one wanted to see a big girl in a cute dress. Big girls weren't allowed to be cute. That's what I thought in my head. So I just, like, dressed like a frumpy whatever. I don't even know. I didn't even have a style. I had, like, the worst style ever. I wore t-shirts and, like, dance pants. And that's it. That was my style. It was terrible. It was terrible. I didn't grow into myself until I was in my 30s. I mean, it got a little bit better when I was in my 20s, but really, I'm fully, like, leaning into all the things that I actually like now in my 30s. But yeah, so I would say, don't be afraid to wear the things that you want to wear. It's okay to wear a dress, or it's okay to wear a bikini if you want to. Don't be afraid to do so. And anyone who will make fun of you for dressing how you want to dress and you feel is best for you, they're not worth your time anyway. So, yeah, I think that you just gotta lean in. And so I am, like, way more girly girl now than I ever was before. I mean, I also very much dress for comfort. So I am looking for cute comfort. And honestly, like, I'm like, why haven't I been wearing dresses sooner? Because they're so comfortable, because I don't have, like, the pants digging into my belly all day long. Like, man, that is uncomfortable. But, like, yeah, so there's so much time that I didn't think that I was, like, good enough to wear dresses, which, I mean, Nicole also touched on that. You are good enough. You're good enough now. You don't have to wait to lose weight to do these things. You could do them now. And it also helps that there's so many, well, not let's not get carried away. There's not so many, but there is a lot more options for plus size fashion, and there's a lot of girls on like Instagram and TikTok who are good at this stuff and show you, like, just keep looking and find people who look like you, or, I mean, you don't have to look like your face, but, like, your body type, and see what they're wearing, and like, do you like that style? Then follow along and see what other things, and that's really helped me in my own style journey. So yeah, I just think that that's really great advice, is to just, not only do what makes you happy, like, as far as hobbies or activities or TV shows or whatever, but also like dress how you will be happy, and whatever makeup you want to wear, or you don't want to wear makeup, or whatever your hair wants to be. um so like I've always I mean, I don't know how long you guys have been following along, but I've wanted I've been like, I thought about becoming like full platinum blonde for a long time, and I was always too scared. And honestly, I was too scared to even get highlights. I didn't get highlights, like just regular plain old highlights, until I was in my 20s, and then that continued, and like I got lighter, whatever. But I didn't like go full full dye job until just a year or so ago, or 2 years ago. I don't even remember. Time has no meaning. But like even that, I was afraid to like really take that plunge. But it makes me like, I feel more like who I'm supposed to be. I don't know. I know that sounds so stupid. It's just a hair color, but like it gives me more confidence having my hair this color, and like the lashes. That's another advice for myself. Do not get extensions. Don't do it. just learn how to put on the fake ones yourself. It's so much better. Your lashes won't get destroyed, and you can take them on and off as you please. It's a much better deal. It's cheaper. You'll save money. So, even though I didn't go down that adventure until just a few years ago also, but if I knew when I was 28 that like just putting on a little bit of lashes really made me feel better and made me feel like so much more confident in myself, I would have done it. Like, I would always I know this is silly, but I would always like put the Snapchat filters on with the big lashes, and I'm like, oh, I look so much better like this. Not that I think I look bad without them. It's just like, I don't know, it's just a little extra oomph that gives me a little extra, just a little extra boost in my own personal confidence. So yeah, I would always think, oh, this is so great. And I never really like thought like, why don't you just go and get the freaking lashes and put them on yourself? I mean, so easy. So, yeah, I wish that I mean, that's the advice I would have given myself, but that's very specific to me and maybe not to you. I don't know what else other advice I have, except for like, I wish that I can like tell myself to be more confident, but I don't know, like, I don't know if I was in a place that I would have believed myself, you know? So that's hard, but I do wish that I could give that advice, is to just like, just lean into who you want to be, and don't be so afraid of like the like other people's opinion, I guess, because like it is what it is. And if they're not being directly mean to you, then they can have their opinion over there and it's fine. But yeah, I guess that's it. Just, I hope that this all made sense, and honestly, a lot of this advice is from Nicole and not really from me, but I do agree with a lot of things she said. So yeah, I guess that's gonna be it for me for today, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Let me know in the comments what else you want to hear from me, and I'll do my best to accommodate. Yeah, that's gonna be it for me for today, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Love you. Bye.